toxic uncle stole my mom's yuan property. So I got him busted for tax fraud. My toxic uncle and his golden child son had been treating my sweet, quiet mother like an unpaid servant for years. Ever since my grandfather passed away, my uncle secretly manipulated the family property papers and illegally transferred my grandfather's prime commercial building worth 1.5 million entirely into his own name. He completely cut my mother out of her fair share, leaving us with almost nothing while he drove luxury sports cars and soured his son with expensive gifts. Whenever my mother gently brought up the inheritance, my uncle would laugh right in her face and say, "You're just a housewife, you don't understand business. Be grateful I even let you talk to me." His son would constantly post videos on social media flexing his luxury lifestyle, calling himself a self-made millionaire while publicly mocking our family for struggling financially. My mother suffered in silence to keep the peace, but I spent 2 full years silently plotting the ultimate revenge. I knew my uncle was insanely greedy and paranoid about paying taxes. I hired a private investigator to dig deep into his business finances, and we discovered a massive secret. To avoid paying property taxes and commercial levies on the 1.5 million building, my uncle had been illegally running 3 unregistered commercial warehouses out of the basement. On his official tax returns, he had been falsely declaring the entire building as an empty, zero-income residential storage unit for over 7 straight years. He had committed massive tax fraud, severe safety code violations, and illegal commercial leasing. Instead of taking him to civil court where his expensive team of lawyers could delay the case for decades, I decided to let the federal government do the heavy lifting for me. First, I compiled a detailed, page evidence file containing high-resolution photos of the illegal warehouse operations, copies of hidden rental receipts from his secret commercial tenants, and official property deeds proving he intentionally lied on his tax declarations. I submitted this dossier directly to the State Department of Revenue and the IRS Fraud Division. Second, I anonymously tipped off the local fire marshal and city code enforcement about dangerous, illegal electrical wiring and blocked emergency exits in the basement warehouse. The trap sprung on a sunny Thursday afternoon, the exact day my uncle was hosting a massive, lavish garden party at his mansion to celebrate his son's 60th birthday. All our wealthy relatives, business partners, and local high society neighbors were in attendance. Right in the middle of his son giving an arrogant speech about how hard work brings ultimate luxury, 3 federal tax fraud investigators, 2 city fire marshals, and 5 police officers pulled up in marked patrol cars. The fire marshal immediately issued an emergency evacuation and shutdown order for his commercial building due to extreme safety hazards. Seconds later, the tax officers handed my uncle a formal notice of seizure and audit. My uncle went completely pale, looking like he was about to faint. He tried to bribe the officers on the spot, but they sternly warned him that attempting to bribe federal agents would result in immediate criminal arrest. All his wealthy friends and snobbish relatives watched in absolute horror as inspectors taped bright red seized by state tax authority banners across his properties. The aftermath was pure, glorious karma. The state hit him with over 600,000 yuan in back taxes, late interest, and criminal fraud penalties. To pay off the crushing debt and avoid a lengthy federal prison sentence, he was forced to put the 1.5 million building